Good morning, family. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is having a blessed week so far. We're going to start off with our Wednesday morning motivation. Family, I just put in my contacts and my eyes is still like, you know, still, how can I put it? Not focused yet. So if you see me looking crazy or looking at the camera, looking at you guys, it's because my eyes still trying to adjust that I put the contacts in. But anyway, family, we're gonna start with our first quote for Wednesday morning. Here we go, family. If you can't do anything about it, then let it go. Don't be a prisoner to things you can't change. Again, family, if you can't do anything about it, then let it go. Don't be a prisoner to things you can't change. Um, I'm guilty of that. I am guilty of that. Definitely. Um, there's a situation, where uh, in my mind, I think, if I do this or do that, that the situation is going to change and it will bother the mess out of me, if I cannot change. I will keep on and keep trying, no matter if it's a situation or, a person that I'm trying to reach, I will, you know, um, try my hardest. I will always give 100% in what I do. And when it don't work out, I beat myself up about it, and I've learned to, I've learned that, I can't change every situation. I can't help everyone. I have learned that, it was a painful lesson, but still yet a lesson that I learned that, regardless of what I try to do, what situation I try to help someone out of, or, the situation, that I try to change, shall I say, try to change, um, if I cannot be successful in it, I just have to learn to let it go and just give it to God, because he the only one who can change anything for us. So I have learned that, family, that, to things I can't change, then let it go, give it to God. Once it's in his hands, I know it's in safe haven. I don't have to worry about it. And move on, because you definitely don't want to keep beating yourself up like I did about a situation that you can't change, and you just keep on to the point where it affects you, in every aspect. It affects you, mentally and physically, because you keep on trying and you get depressed, and about it not working out the way you wanted it to, or changing the way you wanted to, and you do end up becoming a prisoner to it, because you feel like um, you're gonna keep on trying to fix this situation, and nothing is changing. So you just keep on, and you feel like a prisoner, So definitely, family, give it all to God. Give it all to God, leave it in his hands. Like I said, he is in safe haven hands. I know I don't have to worry about it. I know he knows what's best for me. And if it was meant for it to change, then God will change it. That's how I feel about that situation. Okay, family, and a next quote I ran into this quote the other day. And I had seen it a couple times, and we were talking to the youngest of our children, Jordan Malik, last night about this quote, and I thought that I would use it today, And so here we go, family. A frog decided to reach the top of a tree. All frogs shouted, "It's impossible! It's impossible!" Still, the frog reached the top. How? Because he was deaf, and he thought everyone was encouraging him to reach the top. Be deaf to negative thoughts if your aim is to reach your goal. I'll say it again, family. A frog decided to reach the top of a tree. All the frogs shouted, "It's impossible! It's impossible!" Still, the frog reached the top. How? Because he was deaf and he thought everyone was encouraging him to reach the top. Be deaf to negative thoughts if your aim is to reach your goal. Okay, family? So, we used that, quote last night, to talk to Jordan Malik about, they're going to come and counter with people, who say they're your friends and who might look like your friends and they portray they your friends, but they really not your friends because when it's something that a goal is something that they feel like they're not successful in doing it, but you look like you're being successful in doing it, they would try to discourage you in trying to do it. So we try to tell them to, when you get around people like that, be deaf to their negative thought, because if you be deaf to their negative thought, all that chatter and stuff they're trying to tell you, you can't do it, it will bypass what you hear, and eventually you will reach your goal. So that's the quote we used last night. We were talking to the boys about that last night, about being deaf to negative thoughts and everything, and how if you do that, you can ultimately reach the goal that you're trying to achieve. So family, I hope you enjoyed these quotes this Wednesday morning. I know, family, I am squinching and everything because everything looks blurry right now. Even this video looks blurry as I'm looking at you, family. It looks blurry. But God was with me and helped to manage to get me through these quotes. He was my eyes. So, that's all that matters. And I was able to get these motivations out for you, family. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed Wednesday. If it's in God's will, I will see you all tomorrow on Thursday. Love you, family. Have a wonderful day at work, and I hope your children have a wonderful day at school. Bye, family.